was pregnant and it was going to be giving birth to each of the miners, and that's certainly what's happening almost as regular as clockwork at the moment, just about an hour for each return trip. As we look at live pictures now, 2,300 feet below my feet, that is where the miners who are yet to come up are waiting, and there are 25 of them down there. Now we're joined by Dr. Jane McCartney, who is a psychologist who can talk, I suppose, a little about the impact on both their stay underground but also observations made since they have been up on the surface. So, Dr. McCartney, thanks very much for joining us here on Sky News. Let's talk first of all about Jimmy. He's 19 years of age, the youngest who was down in the mine. What did you observe when you saw him?
Well, when he came up, obviously, he's been looked after. I should think, as he's the youngest, he's 19, and, I think the oldest person there is about 63, so he's had plenty of father figures down there, people looking out for him, looking after his welfare. But it's not going to replace the fact that when he came up, it was his family that he rushed to and he embraced. Those scenes of him actually being hugged by his family are quite overwhelming, actually, because this is a son that they perhaps thought that they weren't going to see again. And maybe he actually encapsulates the whole episode, that this young man is able to come out, he's able to see his family again, and he's got a big future in front of him as well. Whether he returns to mining, whatever he does, here he is, he's alive, as are mercifully all the others, and he's come out and he's the guy that they're going to be, I think a lot of focus will go on him, rightly so as well, but yeah, he's a good sort of poster boy for it, if you like, so it's a good thing. How he's acted down there, I'm not too sure about kind of what his temperament will be like, but you see him back with his family, and I think that's really quite an interesting piece of videotape we've got there. Straight rushing to his family and being hugged and looked after.
The poster boy and the mascot, as you said, Dr. McCartney, but he's still very